Aloha, Amy Elizabeth Gordon here, your relational health coach, the relationship doula, as I put on my signature line sometimes. I'm joining you from my Zoom room here in Hawaii Island. It's raining. I don't know if you can hear that. April showers bring May flowers. It's a very common thing, a theme that I grew up with. And I want to take some time to look at the showers in the relationship. These can be things that might be pelting down on the space between in a way that is serving or not serving what you most want, what matters most, that pure, loving connection. So let's name it to tame it. Let's name what's getting in the way. This first video, it's going to be about blame. Those of you who've worked with me in coaching sessions know that I have 3 golden ground rules: no shame, no blame, no criticism. And I realize it's a wonderful intention. And most people don't call me because all is going well. Most people call me because they're sick of the nightmare that they're living in, and they're oftentimes caught in a cycle of blaming other people, places, and things. And you may have seen this little hand gesture before, but when you're busy blaming everything else, look at all these fingers that are pointing back at you. I'm also super protective of you no longer blaming yourself, but getting right-sized. So let's drop the pin. Where are you right now with your relationships? So think of your primary relationship. Think of all those things that you wish were different and write them down. We're going to call this the blame game. Yeah. Make a list. All the things you blame your partner for. Take some time, press pause, set a timer, limit yourself. I'm going to top you out at 10 minutes, the 10-minute blame zone. That's it. 10 minutes max. 30 seconds minimum. Go. Now, if you're still writing, which I imagine you are, press pause. You're done writing. Welcome back. And write again, a second column, all those things you blame yourself for in the relationship. 30 seconds minimum, 10 minutes maximum. Go. All right. If you're still writing, press pause on this video. So I want you to look at these 2 columns. I want you to step back and get a different perspective. In the first column, all those things you blame your partner for, you may notice some things such as things they said, things they did, things they could have done, actions they took, ways they made you feel. They could be all written down there. Fantastic. Get it out, get it out, get it out. Now in that second list, those feelings of blame, self-blame, self-critique. You may notice that you have included overreacting, not standing up for yourself, trying to mind read, trying to people please, What's on your list? Have you communicated clearly? Write it down if you have not, if you blame yourself for not communicating clearly. So the purpose is to get this out. The idea is to move past the blame with the goal of forgiveness. That's what we're going to talk about in the second video. But this video is all about going to the source of the issue. Because here's what I know. I learned this from my coach, Caroline. The issue is not the issue. It's how you relate to yourself while going through the issue. That's the issue. So that's a little puzzle for you to play with there at the end. The blame game, very popular technique. Many grief counselors use this, many therapists, couples, coaches. Get it out, name it to tame it, get it out of you. Now, what I'm going to propose is that you take a step back in order to let go of that blame and say, okay, there's a whole lot on this list that I blame my partner for. There's a whole lot I blame myself for. Ideally, you're able to see that it takes two to tango, that you're both co-creating this power struggle, this nightmare. And oftentimes you might rather live in a perpetual state of discord than have a taste of freedom and lose it. So recognize that, yeah? In releasing blame and moving toward a different, more positive mindset, we got to get a fresh perspective. So I invite you to invoke ritual. Take this list, put it in a God box. If you have such a thing, a God box is a surrender box. It's a place where you're giving it to your higher power. You're saying, I can't figure this out on my own. You take it. Put it in your miracle box. Miracle box is another wonderful technique where you imagine what might come from this. This is the manure in the field of awakening bodhicitta. Yeah, this is the shit that gets in the way, but is necessary, the fertilizer for the beautiful blossom to emerge from the muck and the mire that's underneath. We're bringing what's underneath to the surface. Another ritual may be to bury it. Put it in your garden, compost it. Another may be to burn it, release it back to the universe. What I don't want you to do with this list is give it to your partner. They're aware that you're blaming them. They feel it, whether you're expressing it verbally or it's a nonverbal. We communicate in ways way beyond words. So I just got out of the shower and the rain and the April showers bring May flowers. This is episode 1 of our deep dive, the blame game. Do it now.